All right, so it says central banks recommended to ban stablecoins. So central banks push for heavy-duty regulation of centralized, privately issued global stablecoins and consider prohibiting decentralized ones. And this comes from the Financial Stability Board, the FSB, and they've recommended this to G20 economies and countries, or rather central banks, telling them that stablecoins, including Tether, Coinbase's USDC, Pax, DAI, all these stablecoins should be regulated and controlled by the banks because they view them as a threat. Now, lots of people have saying this is good for Bitcoin. My take is tough. Yes, I think long term it is good for Bitcoin and crypto because people can now really see why having decentralization is good. So for all the people who are in a way anti-government, it's positive for crypto. But I think it's also positive for some of the other stablecoins. So Gemini Dollar, Coinbase, and their stablecoins. The fact that they're regulated, I think, and they'll definitely appease the regulators in that fashion, being able to have KYC, AML, being able to freeze people's funds on the blockchain and take them back. I know some people, I would say most people in crypto don't like that, but to appease regulations and regulators and to be compliant, that's being done in all the cryptocurrencies out there. I think Facebook Libra is also doing the same thing as well. Don't quote me on that, but long term, this has been something that I think is going to be a challenge for DeFi to take off because DeFi is really decentralized. And I've joked before on the show that I don't see a world in where Al Qaeda can get a flash loan to borrow millions of dollars without putting any collateral, speculate on that on a DEX with no KYC or AML, make a bunch of money, then use that to fund terrorist attacks. I don't see a world where that happens and regulators don't come in to stop it. Now, obviously, that's just kind of a way to exaggerate what's happening, or rather what could happen in crypto. But I think that the fact that it's essentially the Wild Wild West and anybody can come in and speculate and make money with no regulation, with no checks and balances, makes it very tough for DeFi to take off. And especially with hacks happening as well. Because lots of people like to say we want free markets. And crypto is a free market. But we saw what happened with ICOs. Once people began losing their money, they all went back to the SEC asking for these same companies to be locked up. So I think I don't really believe in this fairy tale world of complete anarchy. I think it has to be balanced. It has to be two sides to each coin. I think we have to find common ground between regulators and technology and innovation. So that's my take on it. I'm pro regulated stablecoins because at the end of the day, you want to make sure your money is there because we've seen what's happened with Tether. Tether has taken their reserves and used them to run their business, and people have complained about it. And then DAI. DAI is good, but DAI has been hacked. It's had issues as well. So at the end of the day, having balance is crucial. So that's kind of my take. I'm kind of in the middle. I'm between total anarchy and total regulation. What do you think, Bill?
All right, so let's talk about what used to be a problem and what's now a problem, right? So whether or not whether or not a government can take your money or put a lien on your house, 6 months ago we were all like, "Ooh, that's a big problem." That's not a big problem anymore, right? If they want to make sure stable coins are good, fine. If they want to make sure Facebook Libra, either functions a certain way or does or doesn't do something, not a problem, right? I don't think stable coins are going away. And if they regulate them, fine. It just makes it easier for Joe Public to use it because how is crypto going to go to the moon? Joe Public has to be involved. So the government has to protect Joe Public by making sure the stable coins are okay. Now, they may have to do things that, don't fit libertarian doctrine, but folks, the bugs out there. Godzilla has landed in Tokyo. You know what I'm saying? Those problems aren't problems anymore. The problems are what money can you trust? what money is or is not controlled, completely controlled by a government, and how can you get credit, right? This is the key, right? Everyone thinks about crypto as money, as speculation. I'm thinking about it as the future of collateral, right? And not just that, but how you get assets bought and sold on a blockchain, right? Real estate investing may be, you buy some tokens and you own a teeny portion of a skyscraper. That may be the only way to get liquidity in real estate.
Yeah.
So, in other words, those old problems where, like, say, for example, if you look at a firm like Chainalysis, right, where they would write, a lot of really good work on how regulators were using their software to fight crime on blockchains. Okay, I was like, that stuff would come in my inbox. I'd be on like the edge of my seat, right? Now, okay, yes, we want to protect the people, of course, right? But is that the biggest problem in the world? No, it's not.
Yeah, I mean, because I've also kind of said before, everybody wants total freedom until they start losing money. So I mean, when people get hacked, they want somebody either hacked or there's theft or just any bad things happen to their money. They want to have somebody who's policing the bad guy, and that needs regulation, because if it's a total free market, like what happened with the hack with D-Force. Imagine this anonymous hacker just stole $25 million of people's money, and he tells them, code is law, bro. That's it. Tough luck. I mean, people don't like that. I mean, these same people who were involved in DeFi on D-Force, I'm pretty sure they want to get their money back. I'm pretty sure they want to have some kind of justice. And that means maybe getting FBI involved or whoever, right? As somebody who's lost $2.5 million in a hack, I was the first one to say, welcome FBI, please help me. Because at the end of the day, you want somebody who can help you. And also you want customer support. You want a human. Because going into a world where it's just code is law is a dangerous world where, bad actors can take advantage of it and just say code is law. I don't think that's the case. But hey, let us know what you think.
The rule of law is at the core of any economic system, right? Like, you got to have the rule of law to some degree, meaning the primary job of government is to protect the people, right? Not necessarily to absorb airlines, although we've covered that, but protecting the people is important. And crypto can't have cred with the general public, unless there's somebody there to protect them.
Yeah, because imagine if that money was your friend who just got into crypto, and they were staking DAI, a stablecoin, on D-Force, for example, or I'm not sure how D-Force works, but let's say they were doing that, and their money just got taken like that. They would say F crypto. They would be done with crypto. So I think for crypto to go mainstream, we have to be able to protect the retail investors who could possibly partake in crypto or even DeFi. So I don't really envision a world that's total chaos and anarchy.